Welcome to June 1st, everybody. This month brings a lot of wild card energy. I wanted to do a video about the energy updates and some of the posts that I've done and feedback that I've received. I did get an overwhelming response that you guys want more videos, so I'll try to do a couple of short videos, maybe one a week, and kind of just channel whatever information comes to me. So a lot of us during May learned a lot of things about ourselves, our own belief systems, our own values, what aligned with our life and what did not. And a lot of things left, whether that be jobs, relationships, friendships, just things that we felt weren't like in alignment, right? It doesn't mean anybody was right, anybody was wrong, it just didn't fit. And the lunar eclipse that happened on May 26th, that's about doors closing, that's about endings, that's about things leaving. And right now we're in that in-between period where we're still going to be experiencing that type of energy. And this could also like not have to do with other people. This has to do with ourselves as well. Like, what are my own belief systems? How are my own responses? What am I taking ownership for in my life that needs to leave? Or actions, cycles, patterns, toxic behavior. What are you allowing in your life that needs to leave? And on June 10th, we're going to have the solar eclipse, which is all about doors opening. So like as one door closes, another door opens. And I kind of want to speak on something that I feel like some people need to hear. And if you've had a reading or energy session with me, you know that I don't sugarcoat shit. I didn't face my own demons and accept myself to sugarcoat yours. So my best advice that I can give during this time is I would be checking yourself. So if you're expecting other people to have these epiphanies and to suddenly change and have a new frame of mind and come to you with like all these apologies and that they've a changed person, you're missing the fucking point. This isn't about somebody else. This is about you. This is about where have I wanted to be right more than I've wanted to look at what I've done that's toxic. So this isn't about anybody else getting the message. This is about you getting the message. And whoever is in alignment is going to be in alignment. You never have to worry about cutting people out or them coming back around, because what's meant for you is meant for you. And you have to figure out what you're no longer going to compromise yourself on. So that might have to do with communication, that might have to do with boundaries, that might have to do with toxic patterns and cycles from childhood. I mean, there's a lot that can go into this. June 10th, which happens to be my birthday, it's going to be in the 19th degree, the sun is, which is exactly the degree that the sun was on my birth chart. So I feel like it's going to be huge for me. I feel like I'm moving into like literally a new way of life. I've been feeling like that for a while. I've probably been feeling that for about 6 months. I've really been questioning relationships in my life and where I want to go with my business and who supports it and who doesn't and what that means to me, where I feel supported, where I feel heard, that type of stuff. So just really ask yourself, like, what lessons have been coming to you and how do you apply that to your life? If you're looking for somebody to do a birth chart reading, I definitely recommend finding a professional to do that. I would love to answer your questions, but I probably won't be able to. But if you comment, I will definitely suggest some people that I know and trust that are amazing at it, and they would know far more about your birth chart than I would. I can just channel energy and things that I'm meant to share with other people, and that's based off of like the people that I follow and me connecting as a collective. That's why a lot of times I say us and not you, because I don't want to pinpoint this on anyone directly. Either it aligns with you or it doesn't. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you have questions about things, let me know. I'm also curious, after my Moldavite video, for all of you that ran out and bought Moldavite, how that's working out for you, because I'm sure that you've really had some changes happening in your life, which is just kind of funny. Also, we're going to be having I think it's Saturn and Uranus conjunction. I'll have to double check, but I think that's what it is. It's going to be the third one that we've had in the last 6 months. It's a very challenging aspect. Think back to what was going on mid-November or around Valentine's Day in February, because that's when it happened the other 2 times. This is the 3rd time that's happening. It only happens every like 22 years. And it really brings a lot of changes. And like I said, it's a challenging aspect. So if you think back to those dates, like who were you having like a hard time with, or what challenging aspects were happening in your life? Because that might happen again. I think it's like around June 14th, and you're meant to deal with it differently this time. So, you know, if you were arguing with somebody and you both wanted to be right and not see the other person's point of view, you know, your ego is about you wanting to be right. That's not going to expand who you are or help you grow. This is about like communication and figuring out what works and what doesn't, and finding a new way to move past these things. You know, it's about reaction versus respond. Do you want to react to it, or do you want to respond to it? And as somebody who has a very hard time not reacting, I really found that this aspect to be very challenging for me back in November and in February, where it had to do with my boundaries and my self-worth. So my advice to you is to really figure out like how it applied to you and maybe go about it differently. And just kind of trust yourself. June is going to be a very powerful month. It's an 11 in numerology, and that's a master number. So you have, you know, a lot of really positive aspects when it comes to June's energy, but it does come with some soap opera type energy. So try to avoid the drama. Don't absorb it. Just observe and do your best to work through it. All right. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.